Hi, I'm going to teach you how to play Sea of Thieves. So, despite this being a pirate game involving ships, this is not what I'm talking about in this video. No real pirate uses an actual ship. We use guns. So, for this video, I'm going to split the advice into 4 categories. Please subscribe. I need to be monetized. The most important thing you can do to improve your PvP skill at this stage. The one tip that will make you amazing at the game. Don't do PvP. If you're this inexperienced at the game, you still need to get a basic grasp on the different weapons and the way they interact with each other. I would suggest doing things like Order of Souls and World events to increase your proficiency of these weapons without actually getting stomped by other players. So you want to get good at Sea of Thieves. Well, you've got a long way to go, sailor. To start off, let's talk about meta. There's 6 weapons in Sea of Thieves right now, and the combination you pick will mean the difference between getting stomped and stomping. There are a few different routes you could choose when selecting weapons. First, we have the most simple one. Sword. It doesn't matter which other gun you pick because this is the only thing you will use. All you have to do is spam right trigger or left click for maximum damage output. However, you will probably get wasted pretty fast while doing this. So here we have the better version of that. The cheese loadout. This utilizes a sword and blunderbuss for maximum close range effectiveness and almost guarantees a win when fighting against anyone but an experienced opponent. However, be warned, using this will most likely cause everyone you fight to hate you and potentially send you death threats. Next up, we have the British Classic. This is the loadout you use if your country has banned firearms. This is a joke. Please don't actually use this loadout. It is awful. Alright, now let's get into everyone's favorite. Double guns. First off, we have the double barrel pistol and blunderbuss. The double barrel pistol packs mad damage, so when used with a blunderbuss, it can be pretty effective. However, personally, I believe that there are so many better options, like this one, the double barrel pistol and the sniper. This is like baby's first TDM loadout. ProCat, what's a TDM? Alright, listen up, uncultured swine. TDM, or Team Deathmatch, takes a few different forms, but basically in every time, it boils down to fighting other people with only handheld weapons for fun. However, a few TDM rules if you want to join one. Number 1, don't use a sword. Number 2, don't use a sword. Number 3, you really don't use a sword. You really shouldn't use anything except a sniper and a pistol. Anyway, back to loadouts. Now we have our first respected double gun loadout. Blunderbuss and Sniper. This is, in my opinion, the best loadout in Sea of Thieves for overall utility, as ladder guarding with a blunderbuss allows you to knock people off the ladder, and the sniper can be used to disrupt the enemy ship, and it has amazing range. If you don't have a blunderbuss, or if you have style points, a sword, the enemy can just walk right up your ladder and potentially drop your anchor. Finally, we have the golden standard of PvP, the classiest and most respected of them all. Flintlock and blunderbuss. Just kidding, it's the flintlock and sniper, of course. This is without a doubt the most glazed loadout of all time, as it requires the most skill to use efficiently out of all the loadouts. When it comes to TDMs and island fights, this is the GOAT. When it comes to boat fights, it is still absolutely a viable option. Personally, like I said, I prefer to have a blunderbuss, but props to you if you can successfully run this loadout. Now let's go over the dishonorable mentions. Sword and pistol. If you are using this, please stop. Sword and sniper. It's not necessarily bad, but there are just so many better combos to use. Anything with a throwing knife. Pretty much anything with a double barrel pistol. Blunderbuss and pistol is alright, you guys get a pass. Okay, so now that I've completely confused you with Sea of Thieves gun combos, let's talk about your settings.
What about them?
Well, I mean, you've changed them, right?
No, I've never even opened them.
Oh god. Oh no, I'm gonna puke. Oh god. First off, field of view, turn it to max. Motion blur, off. I don't know anything about mouse and keyboard sensitivity settings, so go watch a video if you want exact numbers. But here are my controller settings. Copy them if you want. Trash talk them in the comments if that's what gives you your sick kicks. Controller keybinds suck. Bind your jump to pressing the right stick, food to right bumper, throwables to A. You can bind wood and cannons on down on the D-pad. Bind pirate chat / push to talk on the up on the D-pad. Oh yeah, that's the next thing. Don't hot mic. You're giving your enemies free information. Other than that, I would just say work on your aim at this stage. So now here's some more advanced tips. The problem with making this kind of video is that I don't really have any advice for you god tier sweats out there because I'm not at your level yet. But here's some advice for lukewarm players. Tip number 1, don't sleep on blunder bombs. Best weapon in the game. Tip number 2. Be careful against opponents using snipers, as they have a unique feature where they're supposed to do half of your health in one shot. But if you have, say, 60% left, Rare will just say, whatever, close enough, and kill you anyway. Don't be afraid to heal even if you're not quote-unquote low. Tip number 3. If you want to maximize your aim, use a crosshair app like Crosshair V2 on Steam that will overlay a crosshair on your screen. It makes using things like pistols much easier. In my opinion, just use a dot crosshair, it has much less visual clutter than the others. Tip number 4, TDM often. I used to never TDM, but then I did one for like 2 hours and became infinitely better at hand-to-hand in that time. In my opinion, finding people to TDM with is the best way to improve your aim. You can have 3 different types of TDMs: consensual, non-consensual, and setup. A non-consensual TDM is where you board someone's ship and violate them over and over to improve your aim. Generally, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless they're a really annoying person or you have no other options. 2. Consensual TDM. Go ask to TDM with a ship you see and TDM for low. It's that simple. 3. Set up one through intended game mechanics, or go find someone's ship and ask if you can have it. Have your friend join their ship. Boom, you're good. Please don't use this information to set up an alliance server or I will leak your address. But if you want to find some people to come TDM with, join my Discord, ProCats Mod Shop, as we have a decently active member list who are all very welcoming. Anyway, back to the video. This final tip is one that I got from people who are actually good at the game, so I thought I'd share it. Movement is the most important thing you can work on. If you have good movement, the enemy will be pretty much unable to hit you. However, another add-on to this, and not many people know, don't jump. Or at least jump less. You see, you can strafe at very high speeds while on the ship deck or on the island, making it very hard for you to be hit. But if you jump too much, you're leaving yourself hanging in the air on a predictable trajectory for a long period of time. So don't do that. Okay, thanks for watching. Make sure you go check out this other video that made me famous. If you have anything to add to this video, drop a comment and the best advice will get pinned. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys around. Also, I apologize to all my TDM homies that I offended in the 12 stages of every Sea of Thieves players video for not putting a TDM stage. I was surrounded by people who still enjoyed the actual game. I don't know where I would put it, but I believe it'd be the 12th stage and that the current 12th stage should be number 13. Once again, I hope you can forgive me. ProCat out.